we're back and we're
Hello.
live.
We are
So
live.
I've been trying to get an interview with this beautiful young lady for a long
Oh my
time.
goodness. It's been 2 weeks. We've just been I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm here. I'm there. But today. And you know what? I was like, oh my God. I've come at my place at around 11. And I'm like,
Very late.
oh my God. Yeah, because right now it's heading to 1 a.m. But I'm like, okay, promise cut. Let's just do this once and for all because we've been postponing and postponing. And I'm here. And nice to meet you. Nice to see you.
Yes, it's
It,
very
it's
nice to meet
good. It's
you.
good at least, yeah, to get to know you one on one. I always just see your comments and your engagements on my YouTube. It's
Yeah,
it's my pleasure to finally meet you.
pleasure's all mine. Of course,
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I have a professional crush on Anne. If you didn't know that,
Uh-huh,
I love
uh-huh.
her. I love her content. I love how she shows her life and what's going on around Nairobi. And I think you did some content from your hometown also. Um,
Yeah, from the
saw
village.
some village life content, which I love because
Yes,
hashtag
yes.
I love village girls. I like them to dress
Uh-huh.
like a city girl, but I love the village girl
Uh-huh.
because I grew up in the village myself when I was young. So
I get what you're saying.
and is also up and coming YouTuber. If you don't know, check out her channel. I'll pretty sure
Yeah,
I'll post it up there somewhere. And yeah, when
absolutely.
I first watched your channel, I think you had like 651 subscribers,
Oh,
and I'm like,
thank you so
oh, this is
much.
interesting because there's a lot of village
Yeah.
girl content. There's a lot of that, but only a few people stick with me. And your
Mm-hmm.
English, very good
Mm-hmm.
English, like very smooth
Mm-hmm.
English. Everybody speaks English, but
Yeah.
efficient
Yeah.
English, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then how you talk to your siblings, how you show things, and you always have so much energy. You said it's one
Yeah.
something in the morning, and look at you, you're glowing, you're laughing. You still have a lot of energy.
Thank
So
you. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
your like teenage energy level is up there. It's up
Yeah.
there. Yeah, and your
I'm telling you,
enthusiasm.
my energy is always up there. I don't know. It's just there.
Yeah,
It's always up there. Like even my boss at work, they normally tell me, your energy is just on some other level you don't understand. Like
yeah. Now it's
there's
gonna
even
make you
some
work
time like
harder.
we were doing like at my workplace, we normally do this live videos, like we go live on Facebook, on other
Yeah,
platforms, because I'm in the real estate business in Kenya. And most of our clientele are in diaspora. So we
yeah,
tend to go live often if we go, to the site to show people how this property looks. So we do that oftenly. And at times, we have to talk, show people. So there's a time I was like, I don't know, I was overhyped or what, but I never noticed. Maybe someone should just tell me, but I'm just like that.
yeah.
So they were telling me like I was drunk. I was like, me drunk? Where? I was like, the way you are behaving. I was like, no, that is just how I behave.
Yeah. I think alcohol will make you more
Yeah,
like chill. I don't think it'll make you up energy level up like
I
that. I
I
think
I, I guess so too. I guess so too.
it'll bring you down a little bit, just a little bit, just a little
Yeah.
bit. And speaking of this beautiful job, actually, we don't need to know your age. We don't need to all the extra stuff. You're an
Okay.
upcoming YouTuber. I want to talk more about that because
Yeah.
there's a few small YouTube channels like mine's, and
Yeah.
we're hoping to grow and get bigger and bigger. And I see you done
Yeah.
a few collaborations already, so you're already focusing
Yeah.
and working on that. Because I remember,
Yeah.
was it Nicolai G, who's your good friend? Her
Yes.
G Squad crew. I saw her
Yeah.
video. She
Absolutely.
had like 2,000 subscribers. She did one collaboration, and shoo.
I'm telling. Right now
So
she's at. In fact, right now she's headed at 16,000. I'm like, girl, where are you going? But I'm so
slow
happy
down,
for
right?
her. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, yeah. But that's the beauty of YouTube, and that's the beauty of a collaboration. So I think
Yeah.
I saw you collaborate with the Nigerian woman. What was that, a couple days ago?
She's
So yeah, I
called
was like,
Tara.
yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the whole. I think it was like 40 minutes or whatever. It was a long video, but I watched all of it. And
I'm
the
I'm
scene.
I'm working on that. I'm working on the length of those videos.
No, your fans will watch the whole thing.
Yes,
So,
I know.
so when
Absolutely.
you see the average is like 5 minutes or 4 minutes, but your fans is
Yeah.
making the average that high. So because people's
Thanks.
attention span is not very long, but the people that
Yeah.
actually want to know, like I think for the single men in the U.S. that we want to know as much as we can about Kenyans and East Africa in general, we're watching everything because we want to know more.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
I think you're helping. Nicoline is helping. African Tigress is in Trinidad right now or Tobago. Like I even watch her
Yes.
channel.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So and it's not because you guys are pretty or beautiful. That's a bonus. But it's just we get to
Yeah.
know you guys and hear from you and see you, and I'm
Yeah.
learning from a lot. What was that? I am Marwa sister, Dimongo.
The
I think I'm saying it properly.
Mwango.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I watch,
Oh, you also follow them too?
I don't follow her, but I watch some of her content. I follow
Okay.
Mara because during
Awesome.
COVID, that's how I follow
Yeah.
Mara. He's in Colombia because I was thinking about, going to Colombia, maybe possibly living there.
Uh-huh.
Because my Spanish
Mm-hmm.
is basic. It's decent enough to live in another country. And
Yeah.
Colombia is very very close to Guyana where I was raised. And so I'm like, yeah,
Okay.
logistically, it's a 3 hour flight for most of us from the U.S. to go to Colombia, so it's very fast to get there.
Okay.
But if I
Okay.
fall in love with a Kenyan woman, my flight is like 13 and a half hours, halfway
Yeah.
around the world.
Mm.
So when I do visit, I expect everybody to treat me right because I'm coming a long way, halfway around the world.
You have to. They have to treat you well when you come. Hey,
And
they
when I
have
was
to.
there last year, I was treated very well. I
Mm-hmm.
felt at home. I felt at peace. I'm like, I love
Mm-hmm.
Kenya. From
Mm-hmm.
the time I left the airport, you
Yeah.
know, I love Kenya. I had no complaints.
Awesome.
And I just saw
Awesome.
things that need to be worked on, like, the childhood poverty for the young boys in the street. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a little depressing for me. And this is cleanliness. We need to do more as people in general to clean up our areas, make it look pristine, like Rwanda
Yeah.
and
Yes.
some other places. So and
Absolutely. Yeah.
that's not just a Kenyan thing. In Guyana and
Mm-hmm.
all over the Caribbean, we all keep working on that to make sure this is our home. This is where we live. Make it look good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't want to talk about myself anymore. I want to keep talking about you.
Okay.
So my first question, because I'm asking everyone
Uh-huh.
this question, it'll be very quick.
Okay.
How
Okay.
important is social media to you?
Oh, social media to me is very, very important. And rating it out of 10, I can say it is like 100% important, like 10 over 10. I've come to learn that social media is an asset, you know, and if you use it well, you will really, really build yourself out of social media. And I am borrowing a lot from, me being in real estate business. Most of our
Yeah.
clientele are Kenyans or from diaspora, like Kenyans who live outside Kenya. So we really, they get to know what we sell through social media. So we've sold so many properties just purely on, get them getting to know us through social media. So social media is 100% very, very important to me.
Okay. And the reason I asked that question is from the
Uh-huh.
dating aspect. So are you single? Can the people know?
Oh my God, I've been single. I'm so single. Like, I've
Say no
been,
more. Say no more. So
yeah.
I don't count down. Don't count down.
I don't want to come to the years. Let me just stop.
Well, number one, I'm pretty sure we're all surprised that you're single. Number one, and
Uh-huh.
number two,
Uh-huh.
I bring up social media because it was trending for a couple months. Like how important social media is to women and men is a little different. And since
Mm-hmm.
social media is the number one cheating thing in the world right now,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
people use social
Yes.
media to cheat. So let's
Mm-hmm.
just say, Anne, you met the man of your dreams, and this is like a
Mm-hmm.
question I ask every woman and men.
Yes.
Would you allow, if your man asks you outside of business, can you get off social media? Because you're getting too much DMs or something, but if he asks you to get off
Uh-huh.
social media for him, would you?
Yeah. No, I would not. If you want me to
How-
leave social media, you'll be the one to leave. It's not even a question. You just leave if you're uncomfortable with me being on social media. Just leave.
That's the first way I've heard it put. you, you want me to leave? Just leave.
Really?
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, if you don't
Some
like
people
it,
just
just
say some people just say no, and I won't get off. But you're like, no, you could leave. That's a different take on it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
So
on the cheating bit, the way you're saying, I think it's important to just know that if you love a person, just make a decision. And if you trust a person, of course we'll get DMs. And you don't have to meet people, you don't have to meet someone, on social media so that cheating would happen. People meet in events and they cheat. So social media is, of course, you'll be getting more DMs on social media. But if what the relationship is what you guys have, the goals that you have, you
okay.
just ignore. Because I mean, yeah, you just have to ignore, and that should not really be. If you trust that person, I think you're good to go. If you trust
Follow
that
you.
person, you're good to go.
I follow you. You don't have to convince me, and I follow you. So now that
Yeah.
being said, would you
Uh-huh.
share your password with your partner, or your honey bunny, or your boyfriend, or your soon-to-be husband?
Absolutely. Why not? If
Okay.
if that's it's going to increase the trust when it comes to my logins on social media, why
Yeah,
not?
it
Yeah.
definitely would. It would put his
Yeah.
mind at ease.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw my social media. I'm not really big on social media. I don't have. I have
Uh-huh.
a X, which used to be Twitter, but I rarely go
Mm-hmm.
on there. I just go on there to complain about businesses if they treat me bad. I just expose them on Twitter or
Uh-huh.
X. But yeah,
Okay.
I don't have Snapchat. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have what's the other app? TikTok. I might make one for this channel so I could do little clips or
Mm-hmm.
something. But yeah, so
Okay.
I've never been. Maybe because I'm older. I'm not gonna reveal my age here, but maybe because I'm older. If you know me, you know how old I am.
Mhm. No, okay. I
But
know
yeah,
you. I know
I, we're more old school, like the whole like gentleman mentality, how we were raised, So I'm not gonna try
Yeah.
to make my woman feel jealous, especially at my age. Like I want you to feel special, so therefore I don't think I
Yeah.
want to have those apps. I don't need to be snapping with
Okay.
anybody. I know a lot of people in
Yeah.
their 20s because we all know you're in your 20s. I know a lot of people in their 20s feel a little different
Hmm.
way, and that's how they grew up with social media. When I was in my
Yeah.
20s, that's just now starting out. So
Yeah.
my viewpoint is different, and when you encounter men of certain stature, they have a different viewpoint. But I
Hmm.
think that will put your partner at ease if you could just, hey, let me see your phone, baby, and then you're like, here you go. Because if you wanted my phone, I could just meet you like 2 days ago. You want my phone? Like, here you go. Whatever you want to see.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hopefully, nothing hurts your feelings, but whatever you want to see is on there. So that's
Okay.
that's that's my view. That's my viewpoint on it. But
Interesting. Interesting.
I'm keeping a catalog of every person that asks what most women
Hmm.
say. After I do like 1,000 interviews, I'll start releasing numbers. It's like a
Hmm.
poll. It's like a Kenyan poll. So this is what Kenyan women
Hmm.
think. Then the
Yeah.
gentleman over here could see that their woman is okay with their man being a man and
Yes.
feeling secure in his relationship. Because to
Yeah.
me,
Yeah. And
you
I
don't want to
also
create.
feel like I also feel sorry for interrupting. I also feel like if you're, I don't know, secure, like if you're secure in yourself, if you're secure in that relationship, you really won't have, those things. Maybe you start doubting, maybe your spouse is cheating through social media or anything. But I know if such a case happens in a relationship, then it will trigger those feelings. But as long as it doesn't happen, the person in himself or herself is secure, uh, that person won't be bothered with what's happening on social media or on the DMs rather.
Yeah. If we lived together and I would not be bothered because I'm lying next to you every night, I would not worry about anything.
Yeah.
Reach my
Yes,
arms
which
out
is good.
and you're
At the
right
end of the day,
there.
I'm with you. Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be bothered.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But long distance relationship, that's a little tricky. And if we live together in the same country but not together, I can see how it get tricky because especially
Mhm.
as as men, because we see beauty differently from you guys, and if we're so
Yes.
the more attracted we are to you, the more crazy
Yeah.
our mind goes. Like
Yeah.
because we think
Hmm. Hmm.
everybody sees you how we see you. So
Uh-huh.
if we think you're a 10, we think everybody sees you as a 10, and we have to like fight
Yes.
off this guy that
Okay.
and sometimes
Yeah.
in Nairobi fight off this girl too. We got to fight off everybody for you.
Yes.
So I'm just giving you a little bit of the man's perspective of that. So all right, I just had to get out of the way. And last question pertains to this: do you have a dream man? Is it foreigner, a Kenyan, an old school man? Do you have a dream man? Take
Okay.
your time, man. Take your time. Deep breath. Take your time.
Oh wow. Um yes, I have a dream man. And first of all, I think having a man who is, that is for me, of course, because for me, God is the center of my everything. If he's not there, then there's nothing happening, of course. So I think having a man who fears God is very, very important, and not those fake men who pretend to fear God. Or not necessarily men or just anyone.
Yeah.
But I think having a man who genuinely fears God is something that is important. And a man who leads you to God is, very, very important. And I know in most homes, it is always the lady who is there, leading the whole family or going to church. But for me, I think the vice versa should be, you know, for me, I think that's it. That is my dream man, a man who genuinely fears God, who leads me more to God, and a man who submits to God. And besides, fearing God, that person should be honest and kind, and definitely very, very stable. Because for me, I'm living by myself, and I've been paying for myself. I've been living by myself and with no assistance whatsoever financially from anyone for like 2 years now. So I'm like, I cannot come to your house and start paying bills, and I've been paying bills in my house. No, then let me stay alone.
That came from
Absolutely.
your
So
soul. I love it.
So absolutely a man who genuinely submits to God and is God fearing, who is kind, who is honest, and who is stable.
Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's going to be, I'll say 20% of the population, and so
God help me. I
I,
will land on the 20% of that population. I will land on that 20%.
and they're spread out all over the world. So
Well,
so, so you don't have a monetary like, oh, he needs to make this much, or he needs to be this tall, or he needs to be, you don't have any extras. He needs to be in shape.
okay, when it comes to
he can have the
extras,
rich man belly. There's no like, there's
yeah.
no extras.
Okay, for extras, let's say maybe physically, of course, someone is taller than me, because now how will I be wearing heels when we go out on dates? I'll just be wearing flats. So, of course, definitely someone taller than me. That will be a big bonus. And when it comes to financial value, I really don't have a say when it comes to you must have this amount. I don't have a say. But of course, if you're more stable than me, or you're even way high up, the financial scale compared to me, of course, that is a very, very big bonus. Absolutely. And I know when I come to that man's life, hey, we're gonna create assets and wealth like nobody's business.
That is that's a good take on it. And
Yeah.
regarding the heels, we all like women with heels on, so we don't care if you're taller than us. If you
Mm-hmm.
become 6 feet tall with your heels, most men won't care because
Uh-huh.
we're just gonna see that tall, long legs. Nobody's gonna care about your height. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think probably for men, that cannot be an issue. But I think for a lady who loves a tall guy and she wears heels, let me not give you a story. Let's
I want the
continue. Okay.
story,
There's this
Anne.
one time.
I want the
There's this
story.
one
Yes.
time. There's this one time I was going out on a date with this guy, and I noticed when I wear heels, I'm way taller than him. You see these guys who are, like big.
Yeah.
There are these guys who are big, but then in real life, you can think that they're tall, but in real life they're actually very short. But you just assume that they're tall because of their big body. It's like, what? What? I literally had to change into flats. Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah.
And you're making me nervous about asking out on a lunch date or something. Jesus. How short was he?
Sorry?
How short was he though? Like you said, you were way taller than him.
He
Like how
was,
short was he?
I think he was 5'7" or 5'8".
Okay. Yeah. If
Yeah.
you put on 3 inch, I will say my Caribbean accent, 3 inch heels, then he'll be
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
yeah, you'll definitely be a couple
Taller.
inches taller. Yeah. Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I like my girls short and I like my women tall. So I'm in between that. So, but
awesome.
that's my personal point of view.
What's your kind of dream girl? What's your kind of dream girl? Please tell us.
Oh, oh,
We are also
a
curious. Uh-huh.
soft, a soft feminine woman,
Mm-hmm.
a woman that's a leader amongst other women. So if I
Mm-hmm.
leave the room, she's not going to be dominated by other women. She'll be strong and resolve around other women. So she's not going to be the follower of the group. She'll be the leader of the group.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
but obviously a loyal woman. I'm searching my life for that. A loyal woman, because I think
Uh-huh.
most women are beautiful inherently. Because they all, you guys all have boobies and different size neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, all women are relatively beautiful. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just that's pretty much it. Respect, loyalty, and a sweet, submissive. Submissive and sweet is kind of synonymous. Because if you're
Yeah.
sweet, yeah. Because the nurturing part, what I'm missing,
Yeah.
that's my problem. A nurturing, sweet woman. So and
Mm-hmm.
loyal, and a leader amongst other women. I don't want my woman to be following trends. Oh, they're wearing 10-inch nails, so I gotta get 10-inch nails. Oh, everybody has this bag, so I need to get
Yeah.
this bag. That's my
Yeah.
least favorite kind of woman. I want a woman to
Okay.
be secure of herself. She knows what she look good in, and she knows what I like,
Yeah.
and we're
Yeah.
good. I'm very simple, Andy.
Awesome.
Very simple. Very simple. Yeah, and loyalty
Awesome. Good
comes
to know.
loyalty comes with honesty. So she's gonna be honest with me, even if I look bad, if I wear a shirt that she doesn't like, say, I'm like that, and she'll tell me why,
Yeah.
not just because some petty reason
Yeah.
like I don't like that
Yeah.
color. She's like, well, it doesn't look good on
Yeah.
you. You could look better.
Yeah.
You have to put this shirt on. And 90% of the time, I'll
Absolutely.
take that advice. 10%, I'm like, nah, I
Oh.
want to wear this. But 90% of the time, I'm like, yeah, you like this? Yeah. And she gives me that look. I'm like, all right. Because I want to make her
Uh-huh.
happy. And, I don't want to
Yeah.
look good myself. So
Yes.
that's my ideal woman. Not very, and I think
Awesome.
most men, and you'll see some of my interviews, most men, yeah, we're simple creatures. We don't have a
Mm-hmm.
big criteria for women. So,
Yeah.
and some dudes in Nairobi, they just said, "Oh, she must have nyash." That's all they care about. So
Yeah.
that's one thing. So,
Kenyan men look at Nyash. I'm telling
and if I
yes.
take you to the Caribbean, it's the same thing. I take you to New York City,
Uh-huh.
it's the same.
Yeah.
Since you have your
Oh.
passport, yes, I would love to work with you in that. And you come to
Mm-hmm.
visit Colorado or New York.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I have
Mm-hmm.
family in both places, whatever. So
Okay.
whenever you're ready to come to the US, let me know. I'll definitely sponsor because I think it helps your visa
Um,
process when you have a sponsor. So and you'll have some great content and you'll learn a lot. You'll learn a lot. So yeah.
oh my God. I'm just so excited. Whether it's in the US or here, I can't wait
Yeah.
to do lots of content with you. And of course, you also have to. I know you're probably focusing on the interviews and everything,
Yeah.
but you can try recording also those content when I'm with you and also uploading
Yeah.
them on your YouTube.
I
You never
definitely
know.
will. I know pretty women help your views go up, so I will definitely abuse your looks to get some more views. But yeah, but my main focus is just showcasing to American men that Kenyan women, East African women, they're beautiful, they're smart, they're intelligent, they're
Yeah.
respectful. Because I
Mhm.
don't think a lot of American men see that, and they think of
Yeah.
as Kenyan women. Oh no, Kenyan women are just like American women to a certain degree, but you're
Mhm.
raised differently, so you have different morals and stuff. But yeah, I know
Values. Yeah.
I know a few people that I used to follow on Instagram that they turn up every weekend. They're doing bottle service because they have money, they have a good career. And I'm like, yeah, so
Mhm.
that's the same thing women do here too. But
Yeah.
me myself, I want to live in the countryside. A lot of, especially when you get in your 30s as a man, you want to calm down a little bit more. So
Yeah.
you don't mind going out, especially you're dining out. That's always something we want to do. You get to wear
Mm-hmm.
a cocktail dress, a nice
Mm-hmm.
slick, I get to wear a nice
Yeah.
thing, look
Yeah.
good, feel good about ourselves, go back home and return to the grind the next day. So
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of men over here want that, and they're traveling to get that. So a lot of men are traveling to Thailand, Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
Colombia, South
Mm-hmm.
America. So I just chose Eastern Africa because who else goes on a plane for that long? I slept. I
Absolutely.
slept. I slept most of my flight. I'm not gonna lie, with some
Uh-huh.
assistance. But I slept most of my flight.
You
I
came
woke
you
up.
came with a direct flight, or the one
Yeah,
you have stopover. Oh, okay.
I don't. I don't have no need. I guess I have no need to go to Europe that much anyway, because U.S. history and government was my biggest topic, my favorite, curriculum in school. So I know a lot
Mm-hmm.
about the history of European culture, European imperialism. So before I die, I might visit a few countries, but I have no. That's not even my thing to check out Europe. I'm not one of those people. So, and I've dated
Okay.
Europeans. I've dated a German girl, a Polish girl.
Mm-hmm.
I dated somebody from Ukraine when I was younger. So yeah, it's not like I don't like them or nothing like that. It's just that my urge to connect with that part of the world is not there. It's just like America.
Okay.
They have winter, spring, and summer, just like we have here. So, but I
Mm-hmm.
love being next to the equator. When I was in Kenya, if I'm back home, I'm rejuvenated. If I'm in the islands, I feel so good being next to the equator. Being up here in the
Yeah.
north, not so much. It's like a
Okay.
man. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah,
Okay. Good
I'll
to know.
definitely watch your content when you go to Europe, and I'll support you. But
Thank you.
maybe
Thank you. Thank you.
Spain or Portugal. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I want to see almost every country in Africa I can. That's not involved in any conflict. That's not gonna risk my life because I'm not gonna risk my life for
Yeah.
content.
Absolutely.
But yeah, and I want to do more. This is what it's like. So I'll walk around and show people. Yeah, this is Kenya. This is Tanzania. This is Rwanda. Yeah, so those are my goals. As I get a couple more years, I want to like work less here and travel more.
Yeah.
But right now,
Okay.
I'm building up my portfolio of cash
Mm-hmm.
so I can do what I want to
Good. It's
do.
good. Uh-huh.
And I didn't know you. I didn't know you did real estate, so I'm pretty sure a lot of people might be more interested in that. So you might start dropping, let people know, like, hey, you want a house, you want
Yeah.
a place, come see Anna
Yeah.
at such and such. So
Absolutely.
yeah. Because I looked at land up north, by the way, by Busia
Yeah.
area. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
anywhere the land is cheap and the ground is fertile, I could build
Yeah.
a nice little compound there and have a nice little life, and go to the
Yeah.
city and party and eat good food and go back to my regular life during the week. So those are
Mm-hmm.
my goals, and those are my goals, God willing.
Oh, awesome. What about, let me just ask you a question. It's good to know, of course, you want to travel, but how are you going to do it to the children?
How am I going to do it? My youngest is 12 years old. So in a couple of years, when he's older, I don't have to be here to
Yes,
like baby him. So yeah, and I teach all my
babysit.
yeah. I don't need to do that. And
Okay.
since I have an ex-wife because I was married once, yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
he wanted to stay like a week with her or two, so he could. That's
Mm-hmm.
not my preference, but
Yeah.
as the children mature to a certain age, you could, you know, they could be able to. They could work at 16 here in the U.S. They could have a part-time
Yeah.
job. They could
Yeah.
stay at home for as long as you need to stay at home. So, but all
Yeah.
all my children want to come visit Kenya also. So I told them
No,
how
interesting.
nice it was, what a blast it was, and I've taken
Yeah.
them to other islands and stuff like that and other states.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they've been traveling. I look back at my receipts. Oh, children, yeah. Just making sure your kids are well versed in traveling will cost a lot of money. So yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm saving up for my future wife, my future
Yeah.
residences and all that stuff like that. So I can
Yeah.
show her the life I want her to live. So anyway, yeah. So I still want to have more kids. By the way, I should have told you that.
You
So
want to?
have two more children.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. I know.
Okay.
Some people think I'm crazy, but I do. Yeah. Children is life, and you're leaving a legacy. So I want to have two more
Mm-hmm.
children. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to be somewhat stable, so I won't be traveling a lot. Let's
Yeah.
say I was dating a YouTuber. I'm like, okay, baby, I'll stay with the kids. You go out there.
Mm-hmm.
You go out there. You go make your videos. I'll just be here at the
Good
ranch,
to know.
whatever, the farm, and
Okay.
yeah. So I have it planned out. I plan stuff now. As I'm older, I plan
Mm-hmm.
all I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I see it, then I'm
Okay.
like, okay, let me write that down. You have any more
Yeah.
questions? Because I wanted to give you the chance to ask me some questions as well.
Um. As of now, no. And if I get more questions,
You're giving a side eye
get
first,
more
and he said
questions,
no. That's funny.
we'll just do another interview. Why not?
Yeah, yes, of course.
Yeah.
So I'll ask you like two more questions, and we could call it because I know you
No,
don't like long videos. Because
not
I'm pretty
me.
sure.
It's you people. You people, you're the one who are telling me. So I'm really trying to, but I don't mind.
Yeah, I enjoy every second of your content. So because
Thank
I'm
you. Thank you so
learning.
much.
Because I think you're walking to work one day. I'm like, oh, that's one Africa place. I'm like, I know that place. I'm like,
Yeah.
go to that restaurant. My restaurant is right in there. My favorite restaurant. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's to me that was like the most joyous time I think watching. Like, oh, I know where she's at. I know that area.
Yeah.
When I was
Absolutely.
in Nairobi, I stayed in Westland,
Hmm.
so I was on the other side of the
Hmm.
highway. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I walk the streets at night, even late at night when I was told not
Yeah.
to. Yeah, I walked from club to that bar to this
Mhm.
bar. At the
Yeah.
time, I had a girlfriend, so it's just me and her were just walking 1 o'clock in the morning,
Hmm.
walking.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think Kenya is safe. You know, I don't have no
Kenya
jewelry on
is
now, but
safe.
I had some jewelry on. Nobody, I look like a Kenyan too. So I think,
Yeah.
see my forehead? I think my forehead is a
Yes.
Kenyan forehead.
Yes.
No shots fired, but yeah.
Absolutely.
So
That's
yeah, I felt
awesome.
I felt at home there. I didn't feel, even at Diani Beach, they told us not to walk the
Mhm.
beach late at night. From my favorite spot, the chill spot, the restaurant and bar, I walked along the beach. I'll see some young
Kenya is
boys,
safe.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't.
You remember even like the second last video that I did when I went out with my siblings. We were
Yeah,
out like, almost 1 p.m. and we were not, worried about safety. I don't know what. And we were in town. So it's pretty safe.
it was 1 a.m. and
Yeah.
you said 1 p.m., but
You
it was
can't
it was
even look
one
at
a.m.
it. We were walking in the middle of the night, in the streets, and we were not bothered at all,
Yeah,
so it is safe.
yeah. That's why I'm telling people that's my destination of choice, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
still gonna go to Rwanda because I still want to see Rwanda. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, by faith, I met one person, and that just turned me over to Kenya. So even
Yeah.
though she wasn't meant for me,
Mm-hmm.
brought me to where my my destination needs to be. So because of her,
Yes.
I'm actually talking to you. So it all falls into place.
Ah!
So it literally all falls into place. So whatever we think is gonna happen, what we want to happen, like God has a plan, and
God's,
it just
God's, God's plan. It's called God's
yeah,
plan.
yeah, yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
following it. I'm just walking along, taking my time.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to
Yeah.
be. I wanted to come next month, but I'm like, you know what? I could make some more money in March, then I can have
Mm-hmm.
this. When I come to
Mm-hmm.
Kenya, you'll see, Ann. I like to do whatever I
Mm-hmm.
want to do, whenever I
Mm-hmm.
want to do it. There's
Mm-hmm.
no limits. There's no restrictions. So yeah.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
you need shillings for that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to go, even in a country and have fun, to the fullest. Have to prepare yourself well. There's a time I went to Namibia. I didn't have money. Oh.
I think I saw
Like
that video.
I had gone for a particular mission,
Yeah.
and that was the exact thing that was taking me to Namibia, but I didn't have extra cash to have fun, and whatever it is that had taken me there, I had also really spent a lot. So I really concur with you. If you're planning to travel, if it doesn't matter, even if it's within your country, just have good money so that you can have fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also when I come back, I want to make sure I'm not broke when I come back. So I want to make sure. And
That's
I have
that's the icing on the cake.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I had some unexpected expenses this month
Mhm.
or last
Yeah.
month, so that's why it kind of
Mhm.
set me back. Yeah,
Yeah.
I crashed my car, to be honest with you
Mhm.
too.
Oh,
So
sorry. Sorry.
I had to, I was probably driving too fast.
Mhm.
So and it was snowing Bad
But
combination.
it's good. It's good you're safe though.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just hit my head a little bit. That's about
Mm-hmm,
it.
mm-hmm.
Knocked some
Okay.
sense into me. So that's about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
Okay.
car, it's still
Because
there. I just gotta
uh-huh.
fix it up. So in the meantime, I got another car. So
Okay.
not a flex, but I got a cheap old Honda. So
Yeah.
I can still do the
Mm-hmm.
work and I can still do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
While I decide if I want to fix up my quote unquote luxury car, if I want to fix it or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Expensive. So
because I had like the snow was really bad, because I've told you I deal with a lot of Kenyans who are in diaspora, and most of the
yeah,
people I know like are in the US, and but their clientels, they
yeah,
were telling me the snow was so bad. It was so bad. Even in Texas, where there's not so much snow, I could hear them, complaining online. I have a Facebook where like most of the people who are following me there are from diaspora. So you could see them, posting on Facebook, on their stories. So I know the snow this time was pretty bad.
yeah. It's gonna for us in Colorado. It could snow all the
Mm.
way into late May, which is crazy for
Okay.
the rest of the country. Because late May,
Mm-hmm.
it's hot. It's hot like everywhere. It's hot in New York. It's hot all around. But here in the mountains, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm at the same elevation you're at, like 52, 54, 5,500 feet above sea
Okay.
level. So
Okay.
up here, since we're more north, it could snow at any time. So
Yeah.
we get more
Oh,
snow. But in
okay. So,
Colorado, it's really
mm-hmm.
nice. Like today, it's really nice. You can wear a t-shirt and shorts in
Mm-hmm.
the wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
But then,
Okay.
like 3 days later, it could snow.
Yeah.
So Colorado's a little different because we're in the
Uh-huh.
mountains.
Yeah.
But yeah, the sun is warm because you're closer to the sun. So the sun is
Mm-hmm.
warm,
Yeah.
not as hot. So yeah, yeah. But
No, here
that's
in
why it's
Kenya,
time for
it's
me to move before I get too old.
uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, the cold is biting my bones. I don't want to be old living
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here in Kenya, it just rains a little bit. Everyone has their jacket. You've covered yourself. I'm like, hey, people don't know how other countries they are snowing. Like people can't even drive because of
yeah,
snow. Oh, yeah.
yeah. I love the rain, by the way. That's what I was born in the rainforest. I was born in Guyana, so
Yeah.
which is in the which is part half of Guyana is in the rainforest. So and it's
Mm-hmm.
it's like Kenya. It's just like going in a jungle. Well, parts of Kenya. So it's
Okay.
very we got rainy season and a dry season, but it rains a lot in both seasons anyway. But
Yeah.
the rainy season is more rain. So same thing with Kenya. Like everybody goes back home for the holidays in December.
Mm-hmm.
So much similarities, it'll blow your mind. So that'll
That's
be a good
fine.
trip, man. And in Guyana or Trinidad and
Mhm.
Tobago or any of the islands, or you will enjoy it. The food
Oh.
you'll gain some weight too, man.
I'm really working on my weight. I have that type
Uh,
of body where I have to eat and eat and eat and gain that 1 kg. And if I still gain that 1 kg, you won't even see that I've gained that 1 kg.
Want to know
Because,
why? Because you have a lot of energy. You have a high metabolism. That's why.
yeah,
Because you're all
absolutely.
yeah. But yeah, the food in the Caribbean. Ugh, I want all my Kenyan people to just taste some Caribbean food. Actually, when I moved there, I probably definitely would open up a Caribbean restaurant and bar so you could have like we have so many dishes. So hopefully you could try it out.
I'm back.
Yeah, you were
I'm back.
frozen for a little bit. That part I might edit out. So since we're
Yeah.
almost close to 40 minutes and it's a great interview, you have any questions in your head now?
No, I don't have any questions, but if I do, we're going to schedule another interview. And you had told me like
Yeah.
you have two more questions for me. Have you asked them?
No, I think I got sidetracked by some of the conversations, but yeah, we're saving some for another time. But my
Okay.
basic question is like what I asked you earlier, it just pertaining to dating and the culture to let people see that it's a different side of, the black woman
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the black woman in the Caribbean is a little different from the black woman in the States and definitely a little different from the African black woman. And the West
Yes.
African black woman is still different from the East African black woman. And we
Yes.
have the South
Absolutely.
Africans, they're a whole
Yes.
different breed. So yeah,
Yes.
that's my
That's
point
true.
with interviews to showcase that, and then we'll let the men decide, where they want to take themselves for looking for a wife. My
Yeah.
choice, is East Africa, but
Okay.
no specific country. Actually, I do have my favorite. Obviously, is Kenya. I've been lying by saying no
Obviously.
specific country, but yeah, and I'm thankful to the Lord that I figured that out, like what I like, what fits me best. So, because
Yes,
somebody
yes,
asked
it's
me that
good.
yesterday, like, why Kenya? Why? I'm like, because I met one person from Tanzania, and she's like, oh,
Yeah,
Swahili. And I met a Kenyan. I'm like, oh, now I know where I belong, and that's where I belong.
yeah, yeah.
So,
It's good.
and
It's
then finally,
important to know what you want. It's in anything in life. I think
yeah,
it's good. It gives you, it makes you even plan better.
purpose. It gives you purpose. So,
Yeah,
my last question will be about YouTube, since we're both trying to become, YouTubers. Well,
yeah.
actually, when you hit 1,000, you're already a YouTuber. So you're a YouTuber. I'm trying to become a YouTuber.
We are
And my
here to
offer,
support you.
yeah, and I appreciate it. I love you for that, actually. And
Yeah,
my offer still stands. So if you want to take a subscriber out to dinner, it's gonna be on
yeah.
me. So pick a
Yeah.
subscriber, it's on me. My word is my bond here on YouTube that I will
Okay.
pay for you to take one of your subscribers out on lunch
Yes.
at some place that you like, and I
Yeah.
will definitely send you some M-Pesa,
Okay.
and then yeah, and we'll make it happen because I want to see the content. And if I get
Okay.
to choose what
So
I
so you
want,
want me to take one of my subscribers out for lunch.
yes, yes,
Okay.
it
Okay.
can be a pretty girl or a pretty guy, whatever, whatever you want.
Okay. I'll scan through. I'll scan through the subscription, bit I see.
Just ask them who has Nyash, and I think everybody will be happy because you're because you're showcasing us, and then everybody will be happy because
Yeah.
even women like Nyash, so everybody would be happy.
Okay.
Or take one of your sisters. Take whoever you want to take. It doesn't have to be a
Okay.
subscriber. It
I
could be a
will.
supporter. It could be a
Yeah.
supporter.
Yeah.
So yeah. So basically, my last question is, what made you thought of YouTube, and how far do you want to go? Do you want it to be your job? Do you want it to be like, okay, I'm gonna retire on YouTube alone?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the first thing that made me, think of YouTube, the very first person who told me of YouTube is my best friend. She was like, you know what, and let's start YouTube. So I started last year, January, but then it, came at a certain point. I stopped, I had a bad phone with a bad camera. I was like off for like 6 months. But what, besides her, telling me, to start YouTube, and she's the main reason why I'm on the YouTube platform, the major thing that now really inspired me to continue now with YouTube now this year very seriously is Marwa.
Yeah.
Have you seen his villa? Hey, and where they stay is not very far from my like village place.
Yeah.
It's not far because us we are Kisi, and then him they are Kuria, and Kisses and Kuria they're not very far. And I'm sure if you know Maro, you know Nasto, right?
No, I don't know him.
Okay, so Nasto is just a friend of, he's a product of Marwa. So I
Okay.
saw the next day going to buy a water pump from a very close by town within, the Kisi regions. So that means
Yeah.
they're very, very close to the Kisi people. So Marwa definitely, made me take YouTube very, very seriously. I saw the things that he's doing in the village. And then when I saw D buy his mama BMW, like she really really inspired me. Like when I was looking at her video I was crying. You'll think it's me who's buying my mom that. I was literally crying, and the fact that she's a girl and she's doing it, oh wow.
Yeah.
So yes, yeah, those are the people who are inspiring me, and I'm definitely looking into being a full-time content creator
Yeah.
with time. So right now, I'm just taking things slowly because I'm doing other things in life. I'm employed, so I have to balance. But I'm
Yeah.
looking into being a full-time content creator. I was asking myself the other day, like, where do I want to be in the next 5 years? And my answer was, I just want to travel the world. So I have to start now. So I'm definitely looking into being a very full-time content creator and yes, make something good out of my life with it and change my life and as well as other people's life. Yes. So
You said that with some sauce.
yeah, so yeah.
That's normally one
Absolutely.
of
But
my questions.
yeah, I'm
Go ahead.
definitely inspired by Marwa, by Dim Wango. Do you know Check in Effect? Do
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
Check?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I referenced him earlier. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, yeah.
So
He's
when
another
I
one.
first
He's
saw
another
him,
who really inspires me.
he had 29,000 subscribers when I first saw him. So yeah,
No,
I've been watching him for a long time. And then this
a
other guy
long
that
time.
he did walking videos. His name was Rami Travels. He just used to walk around, just filming beautiful women on the beach and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So YouTube showed me you could make money, but I was busy with my life and then my divorce and all this other stuff
Yeah,
that yeah,
yeah,
because I make good money in my job, so
yeah.
probably as much as most YouTubers do on my job alone. So I'm like, if I could get to there, that's cool. So my main thing here is not making a ton of money. If I
Yeah,
get, if I get the following, great. If I don't,
yeah.
and I want to change how we do things. So my
Uh-huh.
ideas, I can't say them on YouTube right now, but I want to change how we do things, and I have a couple of little stuff to do. Like I want to do a panel show, like
Yeah.
one day on a weekend. Have a couple of young Kenyan young men, Kenyan young women, and a couple of older people like myself to
Mm-hmm.
drop some knowledge, and some people in their early 30s or late 20s. So we all sit there, have a discussion here on StreamYard. Kind of
Yeah.
like there's a few shows like that here in the U.S. So we can hear each other and share ideas, and try to have an understanding. Because I think
Yes.
yeah, most people right now are confused with social media, and they're just following trends. And if you want
Yeah.
that 20% person, you gotta be in a circle of 20%. So like I think
Yeah.
it's easier when you're in the right pool of people. And like I said to a girl earlier today or yesterday, I'm like, you are the 5 people you surround yourself with. So if you surround yourself with 5 happy, successful people, you're gonna be successful.
Ab-
You're gonna be happy. So the same
Absolutely.
thing. So
Absolutely.
and dreams are easy to reach when you can see it. So you can
Yeah.
see your dream. So that's actually really cool that they live that close to you. And let me say my one thing about Kissy. Don't don't overthink this, Anne.
Okay.
So one because I research tribe and I talk to people. I know a lot of Kikuyus, some
Uh-huh.
Luas.
Uh-huh.
Of course, I was at a comic for almost half a year, and I give
Mm-hmm.
that girl everything I could. So I showed her what love is like, but
Mm-hmm.
it didn't work out. It's okay. I take the L there. It's fine.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But Kisses, tell me if it's
Uh-huh.
true.
Uh-huh.
You guys like to beat up your men.
Oh my God. Who told you? Oh
Man,
my
that's not the point. That's not the point. Answer that question.
Okay. Uh
Am I in danger if I
mm,
wanted to
no.
date a kissy woman? Am I in danger of getting
No.
beat up on a regular basis? No.
No. No.
Okay.
The reason I'm saying no, it's because kissing men are very, very chauvinistic.
Okay.
So it can't even get to that point. It can't. It can't. No.
Hey, I don't know, man.
Absolutely not.
I'm just telling you the word on the street.
Okay, that's of course according to my, experiences, what I've seen, my cousins around me. Kissing no. Mm-mm. No, trust no. Mm-mm. When I look at my uncles, my cousins, my dad, no. No, mm-mm. Mm-mm, absolutely not. It can't get to that. The way they're chauvinistic. They, they they can't even. You can't. Hey, no, it's a no. I
I,
even have
I
to
think
answer it.
I think you hit a
No.
record for no in one in one paragraph. I think I got like 10 no's. So the answer is
Yeah,
no. I
yeah.
shouldn't be scared to approach a kissy woman and try to win her heart over because she's not gonna
No,
be she's gonna
no,
be
she
soft and
won't.
gentle. Okay. I just
She
had to
won't.
ask, and I just had to ask.
Yeah, it's true. It's good to know. It's good to know.
Everybody has their stigmas, and then people told me that one. I'm like, oh, okay.
No. In fact, what I was expecting you to ask me, you even didn't
uh,
ask her.
See,
So
because I don't know all the stigmas. I just know a little bit. But the one
yeah,
that troubles me, because I love peace, and I love peace.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
I
me
want to
too.
lay in bed. I want to lay in bed in peace. I don't want to be.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want to be fighting.
absolutely. Hey, it's
Um,
important to be peaceful,
so
to be happy. Hey, those things are
yeah, it's
very
everything.
important.
You
Yeah.
age very well when you're happy and you're in your element and you're
You
secure.
glow
Yeah.
different. You speak different. It's
I'm not
important.
glowing today, but the ring light hopefully has helped me glow a little bit. But
Yeah, I hope mine is also helping me to glow a little bit.
yeah, you've been glowing for a couple of episodes now, and
Thank you, thank you.
you're welcome. So that being said, I want to thank you for
Mhm.
this beautiful interview and thank you for coming on.
You see,
It's,
1 hour. It's 50 minutes already. Oh
yeah,
my
I tell you,
goodness.
we could talk forever. I know we could.
Yeah,
So
we could. Let's just
I
cut
think
this short because it can't. It won't end right now.